In this lesson, we are going to read through the cooking using sous vide topic in the template food control plan. This is one of the teal-colored cards in the specialist section of the plan and is page number 131. What do you need to know? The sous vide method means food will often be cooked at temperatures in the danger zone, at or below 60 degrees Celsius. It is possible to do this safely, but only by managing this process very carefully. Mistakes can lead to people getting sick or dying. Cooking foods at a lower temperature takes longer to kill bugs. If the cooking temperature is too low, bugs cannot be killed. Harmful bugs will survive and grow if you do not follow the time and temperatures below. This process only applies to meat and poultry cuts. This process does not cover whole birds such as whole chicken or whole duck, fish, cooking in a sous vide oven, or cooking at temperatures below 55 degrees Celsius. If you wish to do this, contact MPI using this email for help. The vacuum seal must not be broken when taking the internal temperature of the meat or poultry during cooking. Placing a strip of closed-cell foam tape on the outside of the bag and sticking the temperature probe through this will help stop any breakage. What do you need to do? When preparing meat and poultry cuts to be sous vide, you and your staff must keep raw and ready-to-eat foods separate by either not using your vacuum sealer for ready-to-eat foods if it is used for raw meat, or cleaning and sanitizing your vacuum sealer between using it for ready-to-eat foods. Remember to complete the template by ticking the option you use. Cut meat and poultry pieces into equal portions so they are the same size, weight and shape. Store vacuum-sealed product prepared for sous vide in the fridge until it is used. When setting up your water bath, you and your staff must calibrate water baths at least monthly, make sure water is always able to circulate freely, only use cooking equipment which has accurate and consistent temperature control. Preheat your water bath to at least 55 degrees Celsius for red meat and 60 degrees Celsius for poultry. Have good water circulation in your water bath. Change the water in the water bath after each batch. When cooking using sous vide method, you and your staff must always completely submerge packs and make sure they are evenly distributed. Record the water bath temperature regularly or use an inbuilt data logger. Always keep the water bath temperature above 55 degrees Celsius when cooking red meat and 60 degrees Celsius when cooking poultry at all times. The meat or poultry must reach the temperature of the water bath within 4 hours. If it takes longer, it must be thrown out. Always test the temperature of the meat or poultry using a calibrated needle probe thermometer at the thickest part of the meat or poultry. Always test the meat or poultry which has been in the coolest part of the water bath. Check the temperature of the thickest part of the meat or poultry at the start of cooking the batch, and before the start of the holding time, and at the end of cooking the batch. Check that the vacuum seal has not been broken after taking the temperature. Always finish cooking one batch before adding chilled food to the water bath. Once meat and poultry has been cooked, you and your staff must keep it in its bag until it is ready to be used and either serve it directly from the bag, remove it from the bag, sear it, or cook it in some other way, and serve immediately. Keep it in the bag, cool it quickly by following the cooling freshly cooked food card, and store it below 5 degrees Celsius for up to 2 days, only if you use the cook-serve method. Keep it in the bag, cool it quickly, and store it below 5 degrees Celsius for up to 5 days, only if you use the cook-chill method. You and your staff must only use the following time and temperature combinations. The times below are holding times. They only start once your product has reached the required temperature. Internal temperature and holding times. Cook-serve. Serve immediately or quickly chill and use within 2 days of cooking. Internal food temperature, 55 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 420 minutes. that is 7 hours. Internal food temperature, 56 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 296 minutes, that is 4 hours 56 minutes. Internal food temperature, 57 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 208 minutes, that is 3 hours 28 minutes. Internal food temperature, 58 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 147 minutes, that is 2 hours 27 minutes. Internal food temperature, 59 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 104 minutes, that is 1 hour 44 minutes. Note that these times are actually within the temperature danger zone, being below 60 degrees Celsius. Poultry must not be sous vide at temperatures lower than 60 degrees Celsius. If storing sous vide red meat or poultry for longer than 2 days, do not cook at temperatures lower than 60 degrees Celsius. Internal food temperature, 60 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 73 minutes, that is 1 hour 13 minutes. Poultry, 56 minutes. Internal food temperature, 61 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 52 minutes, poultry, 40 minutes. Internal food temperature, 62 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 36 minutes, poultry, 29 minutes. Internal food temperature, 63 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 26 minutes, poultry, 21 minutes. Internal food temperature, 64 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 18 minutes, poultry, 15 minutes. Internal food temperature, 65 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 13 minutes, poultry, 11 minutes. Internal food temperature, 66 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 9 minutes, poultry, 8 minutes. Internal food temperature, 67 degrees Celsius, all meats except poultry, time, 7 minutes, poultry, 6 minutes. Cook chill. Serve immediately, or quickly chill and use within 5 days of cooking. Red meat and poultry. Internal food temperature, 60 degrees Celsius, red meat and poultry, 91 minutes, that is 1 hour 31 minutes. Internal food temperature, 61 degrees Celsius, red meat and poultry, 63 minutes, that is 1 hour 3 minutes. Internal food temperature, 62 degrees Celsius, red meat and poultry, 44 minutes. Internal food temperature, 63 degrees Celsius, red meat and poultry, 30 minutes. Internal food temperature, 64 degrees Celsius, red meat and poultry, 21 minutes. Internal food temperature, 65 degrees Celsius, red meat and poultry, 15 minutes. Internal food temperature, 66 degrees Celsius, red meat and poultry, 10 minutes. Internal food temperature, 67 degrees Celsius, red meat and poultry, 7 minutes. The times above are the minimum holding times once a product has reached the indicated temperature. You and your staff must label cooked food with the date and time it was made, the type of food it is, whether it is cook-serve or cook-chill, and throw-out date. If reheating whole cuts of red meat or poultry that has been cooked using the sous vide method, reheat to above 55 degrees Celsius for red meat and above 60 degrees Celsius for poultry before serving for immediate consumption. Any reheated leftover red meat or poultry, which is not served or eaten immediately, must be thrown out. Proving your method. If you do not want to take the temperature of every batch you cook, you can prove your method of cooking works every time. See the Proving the Method You Use Works Every Time card. What do you need to show? Show or tell your verifier. How you and your staff calibrate water baths at least monthly. Show your records of water bath temperatures before the food was added to the water, the time taken for the food to reach the selected internal temperature, the length of holding time once the food reached the selected food temperature, internal temperature of the food at the start and the end of holding time. Cooling time, for products cooled and stored for later service. If you can prove your sous vide cooking method works, show your verifier records required from the Proving the Method You Use Works Every Time card.